Known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're underway at Hard Rock. To return to Rome Ford. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Going deep right away. And he nearly gave it away to start this game. Almost an interception, but instead, a gift. They get it back for 2nd down.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You gotta secure the pick before anything else.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Fits it through the middle. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're gonna give him the opposing 49. It's a 21-yard gain. And that's gonna give the Vikings the 1st down. On play action now, McCarthy. Caught. Trey Tucker makes the play. And they make the tackle at the 38. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Sent to the ground by Kyler Gordon. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Caught him across the line early there. That's an easy call for our officials. So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the 1st. So after the penalty yardage marked off, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, Shaq.
Here's a quick pass, cut outright. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Here we go.
2nd and 4. Into the hands of Tucker, complete. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You'll hear defensive coaches all the time really ask their players to pull the trigger. Read, react, diagnose, and when you see it, go fire away. And that's exactly what the defense does to take away that screen.
Back to 60, 19 right. Riggs.
Going on 3rd, McCarthy. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Making it harder than it needs to be right there. Just get the catch first. Guarantee some yards. And then worry about escaping the defenders and getting upfield.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. McCarthy to throw for it. That's Jefferson. He's got it. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. One of their best play calls of this game, Brock. Nets them 17 yards on 4th down and gets them the first. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Short kick gathered in at the 15. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on, because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Report!
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That's why you often see some mix, some high-percentage pass plays on 1st and 10. You got to keep a defense honest. They're always looking for a run in that situation and a chance to stack them up for 2nd and long.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. That's a 9-yard pickup, and it gives him a 3rd and 2.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Yo. Report!
3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Lamar now from the gun. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum towards an early runaway.
79 Broncos, 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. 19 tight, 19 tight.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Able to find Hawkinson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. So before they get the snap away, we reach the end of the first quarter. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. We're ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead.
70 Lions. Go.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. Offense up to the line fast. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down, a run with Barkley. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Complete out to the right side. And he's able to get this down to the 13. Working quickly here.
18 Cardinals, 18 Cardinals. 18 Pioneer. Trap 60.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. They're down to their final 1 in this half. Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Check go.
And he runs into a wall there. Multiple defenders ready to stop him cold at the line. They don't pick up anything there, and now it's 2nd and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on 1st down. More to come.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. Touchdown, Minnesota! So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. And this one, thankfully, not off the mark. He gets it to go.
Dolphins nothing.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Kickoff taken at the 13. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 30. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he put everything. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. There it is, touchdown Miami. The Dolphins start to fight back with their first points of this game. Jason Sanders to try the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Dolphins get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. They're going play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Second and 10, McCarthy. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Dolphins take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life, really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick 6, yeah, it stinks for the offense. But that was the practice field coming to life for everybody to see.
Shaheed motioning right. And he'll take this across. Touchdown, Miami! The Dolphins parlay the interception into points. Extra point attempt coming from Sanders. The point after splits the uprights. And they'll take the lead. Sanders all set to send it away. He's going to return it from a yard or 2 deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Into the hands of Jefferson. Complete. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Here we go, shotgun.
Now it's McCarthy. He puts everything behind this one. He's got it inside the 10. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
And that's a Minnesota touchdown. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings push their lead to 6. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return coming from the 14. He's stopped on the return at the 27. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
What is it?
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. And he's brought down for a loss. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. As they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down.
On these 1st and 10 calls, defenses are always keyed in that a run might be coming their way. And as soon as the QB turned to give the ball, the entire defense came crashing in to bury them for a loss.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now it's Lamar. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. Play goes nowhere.
Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that brings up 4th and long. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. He bunted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. His work begins at the 31. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be Vikings football. New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Back at 60.
1st and 10, here's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half.
Got it. Ready?
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
60 back. Here we go. 70 range. 70 range. 60 Bobcat. 60 Bobcat. 19 Lion. Check out.
Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Dolphins with an extra DB out there. Third down coming. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh, put some heat on this. They connect on the deep shot. Touchdown, Minnesota. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it. They'll set up here for the point after. The kick is good, and expect that to stand now. This flag appears to be the player who jumped early looking to block that kick. Pretty easy call to make. He lined up offsides, and now he gets a talking to from his coach. All right, they appear comfortable with the lead they have, so they're just going to kick this from the 10. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through.
27, Dolphins 14.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. This is taken in at the 13. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Fielded at the 14. And he'll break the 15, but not get much further. Tough field position to start this one out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Alpha, sit hot. Right on you. Right shot. Sit hot.
Play action. Here's Jackson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're going to have to regroup after this one.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
Lamar off to play fake. Launches one deep downfield. And it is picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Vikings are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 36-yard line.
So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. They bring their tight end left. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
We're going to go with Barkley on the counter. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On second down, here's Barkley. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. Stopped by Chop Robinson. Offense in the hurry up here. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he made the most of his running room on that one, getting it down to the 27. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
2nd and 3 now. On play action now, McCarthy. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Dolphins get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts in too many possessions.
It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
When they draw up these plays for the quarterback, these are the type of results they're expecting, Kate. Something that could tear a hole in the defense, move the chains, and just as importantly, and maybe most importantly, put a seed of doubt and thought into that defensive mind that the QB can run at any time.
He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
Sit on!
Lamar now from the gun. Completed over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First down throw for Jackson. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call.
You are X.
They'll motion him out of the backfield left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Jackson now on 3rd. And the streak continues. Another one hits the ground. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Jason Sanders leading the Dolphins field goal unit out. This a 39-yarder. Aubrey puts it through. And that makes things a little closer. It's now a 10-point game.
You look at that 3rd down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
Chooses to bring this one out. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Let's go.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. Tried to connect, but it winds up incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Can I have a moment, Kate? Just a moment to marvel at how well they reacted to that play on defense. They were all over it from the start, getting behind the line to blow up a play that how many times do we see as highlight reel touchdowns going the other way?
And the Dolphins in a nickel set for this 3rd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. That's the end of the 3rd on Sunday night. It's Vikings ball, working to carry this lead through to the end. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. In his first effort, a tough one. It's going to come from the back of his own end zone. He gets it out of there, and this has some distance. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Dolphins football. 1st and 10 from the 41. Oh, he lost the football! Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. Almost the impact play this defense was searching for, but they could only get half the job done, partner. Fumble forced, but they couldn't recover.
I'll tell you what else it forces, though. That coordinator, that play caller on the other side, now got a little bit of doubt about his ball handlers. Got to have better ball security than that.
Receiver in motion, headed right. And he's going to run this down to the 36-yard line. That's 8 yards for the gain, and that narrows it to just 5 yards needed on 3rd down.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done, too. Creating the space for a solid pickup.
Now Jackson on 3rd down. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Charvarius Ward picks it off. And the Vikings will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth, Kate, down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10.
19 Tiger. Go.
Now a give left side. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Handoff headed right, Barkley. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line. Offense up to the line fast. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. Now the Dolphins call a timeout. It's their first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Second down now, 7 to go.
Here we go, here we go.
Quickly out to the right, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of timing, proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
McCarthy throwing on third down. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. Here's McCarthy to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He's got it deep downfield. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And this kick is going to go out of bounds. Oh, my. That's going to place the ball at the 40-yard line. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. He lets one fly deep downfield. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
You know, I don't fault that look at all, Kate, downfield. It was just an excellent defensive play to deny him the ball and knock it away. That is good on good.
Second and 10 now. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. From the gun, Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll be first down, Miami. It's crunch time now, baby. 2-score game, just 2 timeouts, plus, of course, that 2-minute warning. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And it sets up 2nd down. Jackson's gonna throw again. Escapes out to the left. Nice work by the back here, playing safety valve complete. It's the 2-minute warning from Miami. Dolphins 16 points back. Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming.
Hey, report.
Here he is to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
When we think about safeties, I mean, it's just right in the name, right? The safety is the last line of protection in the passing game. We don't think of them as blitzers. But, Kate, let me tell you, For a safety blitz to get home, they got to be great disguisers. They can't show that blitz early. That safety didn't, and the quarterback took the brunt of the contact.
Vacates quickly left side. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. One interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4? He probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
He rolls to his right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
And he'll go down after pushing this up to the 29. The Dolphins choosing to spend their final timeout here. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be their football. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. And this falls incomplete with just 2 seconds remaining.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Man in motion, out of the slot. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that last pass falls incomplete as this game comes to a close. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. Well, partner, we spoke earlier about how much of a factor this home crowd was going to be, but even with the added boost from the friendly conference,